That's the answer to the jiu-jitsu. You know.
Just turned, made eye contact, and I got nervous. I legitimately perfect. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. The timing on that could not have been more perfect.
I'm coming for you. You better be ready.
Oh, you know, I just realized. Hold on 1 second. You know, I just realized.
Oh, Jesus.
No one heard a damn thing.
Right off. No, we're not muted.
We were muted. It's all right. I'll cut it out in post. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammer's Lounge,
You
episode
can't
11.
recreate the energy of that beginning. Like, we wasted the good surprise on nothing. We were like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And they're like, no, moment's over. But,
Oh, man.
so, yeah, our 11th episode. Welcome back, everybody. I'm sure, if you're
Hammer's
listening
Lounge.
just the audio, Hammer's Lounge, yes. You're listening to the audio version. This is, it's going a little off the rails, but the video version would be a little more entertaining. We're just sitting here like mimes.
No, I'm
Wait,
going to
mimes?
cut it from both. I'm going to cut it out. It's okay,
Is
though. It's
Is
okay.
that the right name? Mime, right?
Yes, yeah, mime. They're the ones that talk.
Okay,
You can't hear
okay.
them. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like,
Hammer's Lounge, episode 11, Double or Nothing.
right.
Double
Yeah, it's
or
double
nothing.
Yes. Ask me why it's double or nothing, Kyle.
Hey, Kurt, why is this episode called Double or Nothing?
God damn it. It was so much better the first take.
Look,
it's-
it's
I
running. It's running.
Yeah, I know it's running. Come on, I'm trying to add to the atmosphere of it. Jesus Christ. No, it's double or nothing because we made obviously the bet last week. And that's how you implemented the whole point system because of that. But somehow, even through all our predictions, 1 through 5, we ended up tying somehow.
Well, it's what happens when you bet the same point value on every fight.
They were still different fighters. Like, come on, there's still
I know
variables.
it
there,
is
you
weird.
know what I
So
mean? But then again, we both bet 6 on Blades. I mean,
Blades.
come on.
Yeah. So here's a rundown. I bet 2 points on Tom. What's his name? Versus Orlovsky. So I got 2 points there.
I think I was 1 on that one though.
You bet 1 point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
and then
I mean, they were different. It's not like everyone was the same.
I forget which 2 we got. Oh yeah, because you bet 5 points on Yana Kuninskaya,
Yep.
and that was the only fight you got right. You were wrong every other fight, but you put 5 points on her. I got 2 out of the. I got 2 fights right, and their points value were 2 and 3, so I got 5 as well. So we're not gonna do some
What do
cheap coin flip.
What do we get? Yeah, what are we gonna do? Yeah, we got to double down.
Got to double down. This you said there's a pay-per-view this Saturday.
There is
So what we'll have to do is combine punishments. We'll do
exactly.
predictions for this one. Whoever loses will has to stand Eli Manning. How terrible is that going to be? And then we'll think
Yeah, we got to be on Eli's and the Giants. You know, the 08 Giants is nuts, of course.
the best team ever.
Eli though, specifically too.
Anyways, we'll figure out. We'll figure that shit out as we go along. What you drinking tonight, man?
We'll think of something. Well, I don't know if you can see it. I got my old, Sam Adams, Boston Lager,
Reliable.
tried and true. Yep. And I got my old, Senators Club over there. Yeah, I got a shot waiting though. Whenever you want to take a shot.
Yeah, I got a shot. I got liquor. Look, check this out. I've
Right
got
now?
the original.
Goddamn, pull up my britches a little bit.
Aged 10 years, Glenmorangie Scotch whiskey.
Oh, okay. All right.
The tax money came in, baby.
I got my fucking Dollar General Senators Club over here.
Oh, man. The tax money hit, baby.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Got those children tax credits, man.
Yeah, you know.
So this is only my second time drinking this. You and I both have gotten a bottle of this for
I remember.
different birthdays. I got you a bottle for your birthday once.
I remember that. Came in the whole case and shit. That was awesome.
Because it was after Jess got me it. I think I was like, I don't know, it turned like 25 or something. She got me a bottle of this, and I thought it was really good. But you know what? Time can change things. So let's see. Let's see if it's still good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nah, that's still pretty good.
Oh, that's still bad. No, time hasn't changed shit.
Hey, Kurt. If a viewer's new, what type of show are we shooting?
It's a toss-up, man. Depends on what Tuesday it is. No, usually, no. We're just hanging out, man. Usually, it's an MMA podcast. I mean, we're gonna let you know. We're gonna cover, the past events, future events. We'll speculate. The divisions and fighters and where they're at, where do they go. It's most anything MMA. And I mean, hey man, come have a beer with us. We definitely, like you just saw, we have some drinks on the podcast. We just like to have a good time.
Yeah, sometimes too many drinks.
Yeah, sometimes, but those make for the better podcast. At least in our eyes.
Episode 1.
It can fucking bomb, but later, after we go, after we shut the lights off, dude, me and you on the other end, like, oh, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, right. So, we're just like patting ourselves on the back every show.
Yeah, no, it's because we're fucking hammered, but.
Hey, at least we enjoy it.
Yeah, we make for some good times, man. We're funny sometimes.
Sometimes. Anyways, let's get to it. Like we actually said we're going to talk MMA tonight. Honestly, Kurt, slow week. Do you want to start off talking about Derek Lewis? Because, I mean, that's going to be the highlight of this show.
I mean, that really is. That's got to be. I mean, we were going into that fight like Derek has no chance in hell.
You and I both put all our confidence points
6 points
on Curtis Blades. We were like, yep, I'm all in on Curtis.
I was like, oh, how many times do you think he's going to take him down? Like, did he take him down once?
Nope. He had one official attempt in round 1, and it was stuffed.
See, the thing is, Derek, he came out and fucking cracked him early. We hit him early, and he let him know. And I think that I really think that had something to do with the rest of the fight. It was a little. It was our our TV was messing up a little bit. It was a little laggy, but what it looked like, definitely, it's.
Did you go back and watch the full fight?
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, and it's just, and Lewis was saying he was waiting for that takedown. He said he was planning that uppercut, and man, I was saying earlier in the fight, right before we watched it, like, man, what if Lewis actually lands that? What if he fucking cracks him?
Well, we found out what happens. You go astro traveling.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone's gonna complain about the 2 extra shots, but it's like, dude, you're in the moment, you're in the cage. You don't want that guy to get up.
Did you hear what Lewis said when asked about that? It was hilarious. I love Derek Lewis. By the way, he didn't have a funny post fight, but at the press conference, he had some good stuff in there. I got a couple sound bites I'll play. I don't know if I have this sound bite, but one of the reporters, of course, asked him. He said the same thing. He said, "That's Herb Dean's fault. My job to hit him."
I read about that.
He wasn't being cocky like Masvidal was. Instead, I liked his retort. He was like, I hit him. I know I hit him.
Like, fuck yeah.
He's like, I know I hit him, but I don't. I can't have him like the Undertaker, just like sit up. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got to keep him down.
Seriously.
He name dropped the Undertaker. Man. I was like, yes.
Nice. Yeah, no, actually, I didn't hear that. I heard him talk about Herb Dean, but
so a couple things here. Speaking on Lewis's style, man, I think a lot of the times people often confuse him for like a brawler, but the man has grown, especially not having any combat background. When he started his career, he started as a clean slate. I think he played high school and football, but he had no combat background. So after like going back and rewatching, you see that he initially contests the eye poke. But right before Curtis comes in, he dips, like he feints, and he gets a reaction out of Curtis Blades. And right after he got that reaction, Curtis Blades went in for the takedown and got caught. This reminded me exactly what it was like when Anderson Silva got his leg broke by Chris Weidman, because Chris Weidman hit that leg kick, got a reaction out of Anderson Silva. Silva decided to throw back for something that Weidman at that point had been training to counter from their first fight, the leg kicks. Yeah. What did Lewis say he was doing all camp? Looking for the uppercut and knee. He got that reaction. Lewis is much more than a brawler, man. He set a trap. That's what got me when I watched it. I was like, dude, he laid that trap out.
Just what you said before, man. He has come a long way. I mean, essentially, when he came into the UFC, I mean, he essentially was just a brawler. But you see his game has just been going and going. And I think because we saw him retire. I think after Mark Hunt beat him, I think he said he was going to retire.
Yeah.
And
focus on his kids.
Since he's come back, I mean, he seems like he just keeps getting better, especially for Derek Lewis. You know.
Oh yeah.
So you're right, man. His camp and himself are getting smarter, man. And
he was like, I spent a month. He's like, actually, I spent about 8 weeks, I think he said, just drilling the uppercut and knee. He's like, I knew it was going to be one or the other.
Oh yeah. And I mean, dude, you knew if you're Derek Lewis, you knew this guy was going to come out and try to take you down at some point.
Yeah.
I thought Blades was going to go maybe a little bit more desperate for the takedowns, tried to just like get him down immediately, but
yeah,
man, these heavyweights, dude.
I got 2 sound bites, man.
One shot.
Derek Lewis said something funny. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Scary knockout too. That was a bad knockout. And that's the thing, when there's no fans in the arena, like when you heard Curtis Blades, you know, not snoring, but you know, he was out and making the noises.
Those groaning noises, confused, didn't know where he was.
They were hard to hear, and it's man, that's happened. That's very common, but it's just with the crowd in the arena, you don't really hear that. But now that there was no crowd and you heard that. Exactly. Now that there was no crowd and you heard that, that's when you really was like, wow, you know, these some of these knockouts are scary, man. You see that one guy talking shit that Curtis Blades too, who was on like Curtis Blades was on like some type of like FaceTime or something, and some guy joined in and was talking shit to him.
For real?
It was like some like fat white kid. You know, they found who he was. Obviously the internet, the ruthless. They found who he was, and he just, I would love to see them in the ring. I was like, dude, you're talking shit to Curtis Blades. Like, did you not see what he did to Alistair Overeem?
It was a murder scene.
And do you not see what Alistair looked like? Like, dude, I would not be talking shit to this guy. He got caught. He got caught by a heavyweight.
Which MMA fighter would you talk shit to?
CM Punk.
That's a good.
I would fuck him up, dude. Bro, I would fuck him up.
I'm glad you picked a guy without a winning record. That's a smart thing to do right there.
Bro, yeah. No, who am I supposed to talk shit to? Cain Velasquez? I don't care if he's retired. He would still just maul me. No, I'm not stupid. I know my battles.
I'd talk shit to DJ. Demetrius Johnson.
Mighty Mouse?
Yeah, man, I'd do it to him. I'd give him the business.
Dude, he would like...
He's like 120 pounds.
Dude, but he would literally spider monkey you, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's where I have the best bet. As long as I can keep my feet on. If I can keep my feet under me, I can swat him off, okay?
It would be the classic, like, you'd be like a giant ogre facing, like, just something tiny and fast. Run before you know. He's, like, on your back. I mean, dude.
Hey,
ever since I saw him flying armbar, that one guy, I was like, okay, this guy's crazy. Like, he's
German suplex to an armbar? Jesus Christ, man. You're just showing off.
And the thing is, he's in ONE FC right now where everyone is taking steroids. I don't know if he is. I mean, it was a coincidence when he went over there. All of a sudden, now he's like shredded. You know what I mean? He really, even for, because he was.
You think it's encouraged over there?
Ah, dude, it's pride all over again. ONE FC.
Yeah.
Like, look at some of their superstars, dude. They just look like giant bodybuilders. They're throwing like spinning wheel kicks and crazy shit like that. Like, this is, you know.
Where did Vitor go again?
Oh man, I think he actually went to ONE FC. A few fighters have gone there. I know Sage Northcutt went there and got destroyed.
Yeah,
He fought
he got his
a
face
guy with like
broken in
10
like.
times.
No, I was just watching a clip on that Cosmos something. I can't remember his name, but the guy is just a murderer.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah,
He's ridiculous. So it's like, no, it's Pride FC all over again, man. That organization. I mean, it's entertaining fights.
well, hopefully it's not
But-
owned by the Yakuza. You know,
I don't know, man.
you don't know.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I know actually Misha Tate plays a big part in it.
Yeah, yeah.
She's actually like vice president or some shit like that.
So, you think Usman? Usman's saying if Jones and Habib aren't fighting, then Usman needs to be listed as the number one pound for pound.
Well, I mean, Jones technically is fighting. Apparently he's supposed to make his
He ain't
heavyweight
signed
debut
nothing,
this
man.
year. Exactly. Supposedly he's supposed to make his heavyweight debut this year, but Usman being pound for pound number one. I mean, I don't know. I kind of agree off the top of my head, thinking about everyone else. I'm like,
The only
Who-
other name that pops up
who
is
else is-
Izzy.
yeah, but Izzy hasn't been as dominant as Usman has. You know,
Usman's been a real son of a bitch.
yeah, I mean, dude,
Um,
he's killing it. I mean, even though I don't like the guy, like, I guess he probably deserves it. But if John Jones is there, he's always going to be top number one.
Jones is
Unfortunately.
technically listed as number 2 by UFC, with
What
Habib
is it?
being number 1.
Khabib number one.
Yep,
Yeah.
Habib number 1.
I remember
Jones,
they actually. I remember
Izzy,
they
and then
changed that
Usman.
just recently. Remember when Khabib's camp came out and they were making a big deal about it and they changed it. I mean, I got to agree. You know, even if John Jones's one DQ loss wasn't on his record, Khabib still has a more impressive of a record.
Well, he's
You
fighting.
know?
He's in the lightweight division, arguably the most rich in
The
talent
toughest
pool.
fucking, yeah.
Yeah, lightweight.
He may not have as many title defenses,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
guess you could factor that in.
lightweight is just that division that mixes everything: power, speed, technique, all of that stuff blends together. At the 155, and has like, it's always a toss up, which is the more dangerous division, like lightweight or welterweight. It feels
Yeah.
like those
I was
people
about to throw
peak at a
welterweight
higher
in there, too.
level in all of those facets.
Yeah,
More than
seriously.
any other division.
Seriously, it's that's why you've seen a lot earlier on. There was way more dominant champs in the lightweight division than welterweight. The light heavyweight and heavyweight, you've seen these champions for years. The belt just keeps bouncing
Just
around.
got passed around. Well, for the longest time,
Exactly.
it was what? It was BJ Penn and George
It was-
St. Pierre.
Yeah, it was Matt Hughes, for the welterweight to begin with, and then you saw your BJ Penns and you saw your GSPs, and since then, like you said, the lightweight division, welterweight, that really it's murderer's row, man. Oh, it always has been.
Um,
What was the record for heavyweight before Stipe broke?
2.
I think exactly two.
Brock Lesnar came in.
25 years of the UFC, the heavyweight
Could not retain more than 2 times.
Yeah,
Yep. No. So that was one of the crazy things about Brock Lesnar that gets often overlooked is when Lesnar came in, he's a professional wrestler, and then once he got a little bit of respect, he's one-dimensional. And even with those two things working against him, when MMA is arguably the first, let's say the first generation of essentially the whole talent pool being 3-dimensional. Like gone are the days of I'm just a wrestler, I'm just a jiu-jitsu guy, I'm just a striker, Lesnar comes into that generation of these guys and then not only wins the heavyweight belt, but ties the record for the longest retaining heavyweight champion until Stipe broke it. Not even Cain Velasquez or Jr. could go more than 2 defenses.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a
to say,
weird
too. As
stat,
dominant-
man. Brock
as
Lesnar
dominant
is
as
tied
Cain
with the
Velasquez
second
was.
greatest heavyweight division, like champs of all time, man.
You really, I mean, even thinking back, you really would have thought Kane would have just run away with it.
Yep.
You know,
Kane
But,
seemed
man,
like the
Kane just-
prototype. The
but Kane just-
cardio.
he could not get injured, man.
Nope.
I
I think
mean,
had Kane been able to stay healthy, I think
the
I think
best
he would have been a
heavyweight ever.
huge. It's just one of those talking points. Like, what if? You know?
Exactly. It's probably one of the biggest what ifs. Because I mean, he took Prime Junior, when Junior was knocking everybody out. No one could touch him on the feet, and he outstruck Junior the second out of the third times. Well, not the first time, but the next two rather. So you have a wrestler that outstrikes Junior, and can also out wrestle everybody in the division. You know,
And out cardio him. That was a thing.
out cardio of him in the
he would
heavyweight
drown
division.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the literally the best cardio the heavyweight division has seen. He had all the tools to do it, man, but he just kept getting injured. And then
Who's a bigger
when
what
he-
if?
when he-
Kane or Junior or John Jones?
probably John, because John's still doing it.
Yeah, right.
You know,
He's
if
still
John
on the top,
had
even
never
with
have
missing
run
all
into
these years.
Yeah, if John, it's like the same thing with Ali. Muhammad Ali missed good like 4 or 5 of his prime years
Yeah,
because of outside circumstances. And John Jones, man, it's the same thing. If he would have had those years and all those fights back,
you probably
God
add
knows
what
what we'd be
about
looking
1 to 3 wins every year? Had he not, assuming he just kept tearing up the division.
because of everything that he did outside of the cage, man, that took a lot of time off.
Who
his
knows? We
career.
could have seen his first loss too.
I was just thinking that actually.
What if
When we started
what if
talking
he
about
had
that.
lined up with Rumble and Rumble didn't end up lining up
Oh.
with DC? You
Man,
know?
this Rumble's takedown defense is good, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, when you stuff Ryan Bader like that and then just pound him into the canvas, like you got, and the guy was All American. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, so it's just
Yeah, Rumble's really the only light heavyweight that I'm like, man, I wish these two had crossed paths.
yeah.
Because Rumble was
Yeah, 'cause Jones
unstoppable
has really
until he
fought.
ran into DC. DC was the only one that beat Rumble. That was the amazing thing that made. That's when you know that MMA, there's way more that we don't see. Because
Yeah.
Rumble's only getting stopped by DC. That's the
Yeah.
only person, that dude, he would tear through the entire division like tissue paper. DC's the only one stopping you, and he's getting you with a rear naked choke. Nothing that's too bad, and you still decide to walk away.
Man, and he fucking cracked DC too. Their
Yep.
first fight, he
Yeah.
put DC on the canvas.
Anybody else would be snoring asleep.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. It was just because, DC could take that shot. I mean, DC's always had a good chin, I just, God, I really wish he would have beat Jones. God, I was going for him, but
Yeah.
Jones is just, I don't know, man. I really want to see Jones in the heavyweight division.
At this point, I mean, there's nothing else for
I
him in
mean-
light heavyweight. Really, do you just
Exactly.
stick around and wait for the next generation for essentially kind of like how I put Anderson Silva, although Anderson Silva, there's room for debate. But at one point you were just like, okay, time's going to beat Anderson.
Yeah.
It's
His legacy is a little tricky too, because it was early on. MMA was still completely evolving when Anderson was there, and he was just, he was at the top of the heap for a long time. I don't think Anderson, being not permanent, but going up to light heavyweight would have been the best thing for him. I think it was good that he stayed in middleweight, but
yeah. No, I'm with you on that camp too.
yeah,
I mean,
his fights at light heavyweight were fun, but if he would have stayed there, especially as MMA itself was evolving as a game, and you've got just these new waves of killers coming in constantly. I mean,
that's the thing is at that
Anderson
point,
Silva versus Thiago Santos, like Jesus Christ, the guy who
who took
know.
it to Jones, almost beat him.
yes,
Dominic Reyes almost beat him. Who was closer, Dominic Reyes or Santos? It was Reyes, right?
probably Santos.
Oh,
Well,
really?
I mean, both of them. Man, if Santos wouldn't
Reyes
have hurt his
Reyes
leg,
got a judge for him.
yeah,
I don't remember
Yeah, he
Santos
did.
getting a judge.
It's just probably you're right though. Reyes was closer on the cards, but if Santos, man, if he wouldn't have like tweaked his leg or whatever happened,
Yeah,
like Santos was.
that's
cracking
true.
him,
Yeah,
dude.
Santos did get
And
hurt in that fight.
even till the final bell in the 5th round, Santos just every time he teed off on Jones, it was hurting, you know.
Yeah.
But Santos was the first, fighter in a while that was like, this guy can legitimately knock Jones out.
How many
Ray is
times
more-
should I was gonna say though,
Go
how
ahead.
many times should a fighter clear out a division before you're like,
Yeah.
even when you lose, it doesn't feel. You know what I mean? It does.
Yeah.
All it does is it feels like Father Time or the next generation instead of like.
Exactly. Kind
Yeah.
of like what happened to Anderson, and I was about to say GSP, but damn, it never happened to him.
Yeah, but like
GSP got out when
you
times
get
was good.
beat at a certain point in your career, and it's like, okay, you got beat, but you're past your
What
generation.
really beat you? Yeah. What
Yeah.
really beat you? Was it your opponent or time or?
But see, that's why I like the idea of heavyweights. Heavyweights naturally have a longer lifespan in
Yeah,
combat
dude.
sports than
DC was in his 40s.
That's what I'm
being a double
saying.
champ.
you can't really put age on Jones. I think in the heavyweight, especially with the way he's posting his
And
stuff,
that's
man.
why I can't wait. Yeah, I've seen a little bit here and there. Of
Dude,
Jones,
he looks like
he's trying to bulk up.
what's his name from Street Fighter? He looks like a
Fucking not the Indian guy, like the stretchy arm guy.
no,
Long
Dawson,
limbs.
no. I think his name was like
I was about to
Sabat
say-
or something. He got the scar up his chest. He's like a Muay Thai fighter. But that's who
Oh,
Jones
yeah.
looks like. He's just like a
Yeah.
super tall, lean fucking
That's the thing, though. That's the
shithouse,
thing,
man.
though. But if he bulks up, is that going to benefit or is it going to hinder John Jones's game? Because Jones has always kind of relied on, 'cause
Quickness and speed.
Yeah, he's worked with his frame, and that's the thing. Jackson's camp, they molded him into the perfect fighter because they used, they knew what would do great with his body type and all that. So Jones going up to heavyweight, and he's got to alter his body type significantly to try to, compete with these heavyweights. If he's going to try to control these guys in the clinch and take them down, dude, he's going to have to bulk up. So the thing is, that's a good question. Is compliment myself, pat myself on the back there. How is that going to translate? Will we see a less conditioned John Jones? Not conditioned, but like long-term conditioned.
I don't know. So I think Jones will. This is my predictions. I think Jones will look dominant until he. That's assuming he sticks around long enough to really mix it up with the active division. This guy might come in for a fight or two and then call it a career, or he might stick around long enough to create a legacy in the heavyweights as well. If he sticks around long enough to create a legacy in the heavyweights, to go through a division, maybe become champ and divide, I think we'll see the same dominant Jones until we get in there with a guy who can ragdoll him, a guy that is significantly stronger
Somebody
with
who
Jones,
can actually control Jones.
and then
Jones has never been controlled in the clinch or on the ground.
I think when we see that guy who Jones can't pop off a strike to get respect, and they can charge him.
And see,
I think
the thing.
that's Jones's best thing is getting ragdolled. Best chances
Jones
there.
has never been the hardest hitter either. What happens when a bigger heavyweight, a guy that's just naturally bigger than him, kind of walks through these strikes and for one, tags Jones. We'll see how Jones can take a heavyweight shot, man, because we just saw the other night Curtis Blades. That is a big guy. That is a true
Laying
heavyweight.
into Derek Lewis.
And got caught with one good strike out stiff. Jones has like a third of the mass less.
Crown
Then
Royal
Curtis
says
Blades.
Jones versus Dan Severn.
Dan Severn, God damn it. I knew you were going to fucking say that. Perfect timing. I love you. You're a legend of this podcast. No, honestly, bro, I mean, if
Prime
Jones,
Dan? Prime
no.
Jones?
If Jones dances around him like Ali, I'm like, maybe.
Maybe.
But if as soon as
If
Dan
Dan gets
Severn,
that power double,
if his
man.
arms wrapped around Jones in any way, he's gonna perform the fucking the Three Amigos. He's gonna pull the Three Amigos. That's right. I did the right one.
Well, the Three Amigos was a standard
That
suplex.
was-
I think you're thinking of Suplex City, where he does the rolling Germans.
No, the Three Amigos was fucking Eddie Guerrero. When
But they're
he-
standard suplexes. Are you
Yeah,
thinking
3
suplexes
times.
or Germans?
Well, Germans really, but combine that with the Three Amigos. Yeah,
No,
that's John
now
Jones
you're
and Dan
thinking of
Severn.
Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle had the rolling Germans. German roll through German. It
Oh,
was
okay.
the answer to the Three Amigos.
Oh, okay, goddamn.
Yeah, that'd be
Either way,
Severance.
he's gonna ragdoll John Jones. That will be the first time that we would see John Jones just, and that's the thing. That kind of adds to what we were just talking about because I really want to see what happens when John Jones as a heavyweight ties up with the natural heavyweight. But I want that other heavyweight to have decent, grappling and clinch work, So I don't know, man. It's one of those, just like we were talking about before. That's one of the biggest what ifs.
You think he'd clinch up with Francis Ngannou?
Man, see, the thing is,
You strike with Francis, you clinch up with him. What do you do?
The thing is, people have clinched up with him, and I mean, he doesn't have that much technique. But if you look at Francis Ngannou, actually has a submission win. A guy clinched up with him, and he just gooned him, just completely bullied him. He took his arm, tornadoed him down to the floor, and just basically was going to rip his arm off. There was no like technique, like, oh, we trapped him into it and he got a good reverse in Kimura. No, the guy clinched up with him. He took his arm into Kimura. You could tell he'd been working on it. And he literally just, torqued that guy's arm when till he was down on the ground. So strength-wise, I mean, he probably wouldn't want to do it early. Like I said, I don't think Ngannou would slam him, but he's definitely going to outmuscle him early. I don't think Jones would do that. But technique-wise, that's the thing with Jones. He may not be the biggest, but I mean, the guy's a smart fighter, man. His fighter IQ is up there. It's all a fucking tipsy scale, man.
All right, I'll change gears a little bit here, but still sticking somewhat on it. What's the bigger story? What is the bigger story that's going to sell tickets and put asses in seats? Jones versus Stipe or Jones versus Ngannou? Now, granted, you can't tell the same story twice.
I thought Jones was going to be one.
No. You can't. So here's the thing. You can't tell the same story for both guys. If Jones is in there with Stipe, you've got the greatest heavyweight of all time facing off against the greatest light heavyweight, to arguably determine the greatest fighter of all time in their respected heavier divisions.
Well, you're answering my question.
And if Jones is in there with Ngannou, the story is obviously Jones against the most deadly fighter he's ever faced, or the Marauder, or however you want to spin Ngannou to being such a threat on the feet. The man can damn near send you like a Zoolander pose and knock your ass out with just that, What story? I'm not asking what story sells better.
Quick off topic. I've been watching MMA for a long time. I think that would be one of the most satisfying knockouts to see Francis Ngannou just clean Jones like he did Alistair. Can you imagine seeing Jones stiff like Alistair? But wash that away because that's just what I thought of. I really think though the biggest fight is Stipe and Jones, especially if Stipe beats Francis
for a second time.
For a second, exactly.
Just like you got through the first time.
If you go back and look at that fight, Stipe did take some shots, but
Stipe hung on by a thread to his consciousness.
But the thing is, Ngannou came out literally just looking like he came out against Rosenstrike. He came out just throwing for the
windmilling it.
So that's ultimately what lost him the fight, in my opinion. He didn't get him out of there. It was a long ass fight. But no, it's Stipe and Jones.
So you think that sells better?
Just because absolutely. Just because of what you said. It would be, because at that point Stipe would be the greatest accomplished heavyweight of all time.
I mean, he already is.
So bam. So, well, I mean,
he broke the record, lost the belt, and got it back, and then defended it in the rubber match. He's already the most accomplished heavyweight of all time. You can't deny it. The numbers speak for itself.
I mean, that's me being biased to DC because I'm a fan of DC. I was like, oh, DC did knock him out, but I was like, touche. Yeah. It is a good point. But no, so I mean, I can just see the promos right now. Like Stipe, bam, heavyweight champ, greatest of all time, heavyweight of all time. And then boom, the bass drops. Here's fucking Jones.
I got a good question.
Go to the heavyweight division, greatest fighter ever. They would be, pushing it to the max.
Dude, they'd have to do another They'd have to do a COVID international tour similar to goddamn Jose and fucking Connor.
Oh yeah.
You have to
Oh
admit,
yeah.
quick, we don't have to go so in depth. You have to admit that is the greatest promotional tour UFC has ever
fuck
done.
Yeah, Jose and Connor.
The Connor Jose
Yes.
International Tour.
Yes.
That was fucking
Yes.
great stuff when that was going on.
It
And then,
was. And then I mean,
and then
and
Jose
then
got
for
injured.
the fight.
But
Yeah.
no, back to this.
If only he would have gotten injured again, he would have
Now,
won.
this is a little bit silly, but I like to give Crown Royal a shout out. Sometimes he has a half a good idea. Brock
Dude, if
versus
he's laying
Jones.
him out, let me know.
Brock Lesnar versus John Jones.
That's the fight we all wanted. Dude.
What if
Jones
you-
was
you
even
could
calling
do
him out?
that?
All right, but yeah, continue.
You could do that, and that's Jones' one fight before his heavyweight title fight. Jones got to win it hands down. I'm sorry. I don't give Brock much of a chance there.
No, Jones.
Unless he can
Jones.
three amigos him and ragdoll him. But I doubt he gets a hold of him.
Jones would win. His fight IQ is just
Yeah.
completely different levels.
He would definitely
know?
be a matador. Like just
I
be
mean,
a
look what-
matador the whole
I
time.
mean, look what Kane did to Brock. You know,
Yeah.
because Kane was the same thing.
It'd be Holly Holm versus
know?
Ronda Rousey all over again.
Oh,
That's
God,
what the
that
fight
was-
would be with Jones
God,
and
I
Brock.
love
Just
that.
Brock running forward and getting clipped until
it
he
kind of
falls
feels
over.
bad, just like enjoying these fighters getting knocked out. But it's like, God, some of these fighters, I don't hate a lot of fighters, but it's just some of these fighters, man, like I can't stand like Ronda Rousey. You know,
I wanted her
John-
legacy to go
John-
better.
John Jones for a different reason, just because he's not a good person. But Ronda Rousey, just because, you know, gosh.
I got legitimately angry because I was on Facebook, which, I mean, that's a true statement in itself. But no, I watched a video.
I know,
and,
right?
And Jones was sparring with a handicapped kid. And I was like, God damn it, I don't want to see
I
anything that's going to
saw
make me
that.
like this man.
I
don't want to see any feel-good John Jones videos, okay?
I know. I felt the same way. I was like, no, stop it. You're not supposed to like.
You're not supposed to
Make
make
me
me
feel
like
like he's
him.
a good
He's a heel. Damn it.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah, right. He's a heel. Real life heel. God damn it.
Anyways, this is a dream match, but still, wouldn't it be fucking fantastic? See Jones matadoring Brock Lesnar the whole time. You know,
Okay, I thought you were about to say
maybe
someone
Brock
else.
pulls a single
no.
leg or something.
We almost got that fight. We almost got both DC or Jones against Brock. They were.
Dude, that was
When I was reading
Brock
back in the
working
day,
with
like, it was-
WWE.
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah,
hey
probably.
WWE, I'm on UFC. Hello, and they were just like, here's our
I know, right?
checkbook.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let us open these
Exactly.
checkbooks for you, Brock.
Exactly. Yeah, that's some good business strategy right there, man.
Over on the pro wrestling side, Brock Lesnar is hailed as like one of the best wrestling businessmen. He knows how to leverage his worth so well to them. Every time his contract's about to expire, him and Dana White get all flirty on Twitter and appearances, and all of a sudden, dude,
I love
WWE
it.
breaks out the checkbook.
I love it.
It's happened twice now. Yeah, no, he's a genius when it comes to getting his money, man.
I can just see Vince in his fucking office, just like, all right, just fucking do it.
Just add
Just
another
pay him.
zero. Add another
Yeah,
zero. It's
just
okay.
pay him.
Yeah.
He wants to say what on the show? Fuck. All right, let him. Fucking Brock Lesnar show stuff. What was that? What was that? Because he is. Because I used to watch WWE a little bit when we lived together. I remember when he was, he strong on the WWE, and all of a sudden, it's him because he's the worst self promoter, like in front of fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy is awful, and I love seeing it. I remember just seeing him sitting at a table. He's like, "Yeah, WWE should now be called what was it?
Monday Night Raw, starring
Monday Night
Brock
Raw,
Lesnar.
starring.
No,
Brock
but he
Lesnar.
clearly had his lines on a sheet. They did away with that the last like
he
6 or
wasn't-
7
but
years.
his-
Paul Heyman.
But his delivery wasn't
Yeah.
even. You know what I mean? He was
No,
awful.
Paul Heyman has been his exclusive mouthpiece for like the last decade.
Are they still like a duo?
Whenever he's on screen, Brock ain't on TV no more. Brock's if there ain't fans, Brock ain't interested.
Real? Oh,
Well,
because
yeah.
it's all virtual and shit.
Well, no. Just Brock's not doing anything with WWE right now. He's on some farm in Canada hunting elk. Like he's not.
Makes sense.
He hasn't been
Makes
seen
sense.
since last year's WrestleMania.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
no. Brock's gone.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers, man. I just took a shot, but you go ahead. Let's get to this chat real quick.
I know I'm a little late.
No, it's okay. We're just, we're seeing a lot of just Dan Severn in here. Hold on. Ngannou versus Jones. We were already talking about that. Brock versus CM Punk. You're being silly now, Devin.
That would probably be like my most look forward to fight.
Just go watch SummerSlam, man. They had a SummerSlam match, and Brock won. So,
who? Brock and CM Punk?
Yeah, they had a SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
Paulo Costa fight Logan Paul.
WWE
yes,
does not.
I would love to see Paulo Costa fight Logan Paul.
Fuck yeah! Yeah,
that's another person I would love to see get knocked out.
God. You go back and look what Paulo Costa did to Johnny Hendricks. Like, people forget nowadays, man. Every fighter is as good as his last fight, unfortunately. So people see Costa's fight with
well, apparently
with
Costa and Jake or Jake Paul, or which one of the Paul brothers, Logan Paul, I guess spar together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Logan and Jake Paul, they're in legit gyms training.
No, I know that.
You know what I mean? Like they're doing the work, and like you would not.
That's why.
I probably wouldn't be picking a fight with either of them. I'm just putting that out there.
If it was like tomorrow, I'd be like, no, I'm good, man.
Yeah. You give me about a year.
Yeah, give me 6 months.
But anyways, what's your take on the Mayweather effect?
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Money. Yeah, it's just all money, man.
But I mean, do you like the idea of like, okay, I'm a boring fighter or I'm a loudmouth and I want to sell tickets by people wanting to show up and get me knocked out? Do you like that level of I'm going to intentionally piss people off, or do you want things to be
to a point? I understand that, like, you got to sell fights, you got to promote yourself and stuff like that. But like the freak show shit like that, I'm not a fan of. I've never been a fan of, man. I honestly believe, like, if you're a fighter and you really want to, earn those shots, fight your way up the ranks. Once you're near the level of these guys, that's when you start calling them out, talking shit, But I don't want to see a fighter that's not ranked or isn't even close to being ranked calling out, top 5
ranked
fighters.
That's
just, that's just
weird.
stupid.
But so you respect fighters being fake.
I just respect
like legit talents, to
a degree, because I understand
Colby
that's how the fight
Covington
game works.
I mean,
I understand that's how the fight game works nowadays, man. You can't be all humble, I mean, that's how it used to be, kind of. You see this fight like, he's a tough opponent, but I feel like I'm going to come out with a W. It's like nowadays, man, people want to see people talking shit.
Well,
so
look
you
at
got to
Conor.
sell your fights.
Conor is still one of the biggest draws, but he's 1 in 5, I think, now.
But the thing is,
the last fight he won was Eddie Alvarez. He hasn't won a fight since Eddie Alvarez.
But the thing is, even Conor fought his way up the ranks. He didn't just come in, win in the UFC, and then all of a sudden fight Jose Aldo. He fought his way up the ranks, and it was because his trash talking into the Aldo fight. That's what really blew him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he did have that persona on his fights coming up to Aldo. But once he got there, and he really became the notorious one.
Like in poker terms, I always said is he kept doubling down. He'd double down, win, double down. The theme of today's show, actually, look at that, double or nothing.
Yeah. There we go.
But that's what he did. He double or nothing every fight.
I'm not going to lose next week.
And then, so by the time he lost to Nate Diaz, his stock was so high.
Oh, it was fucking so
all he had to do was come back and get the revenge win, which he did.
He literally, exactly. He was already gliding off his fame at that point.
Yeah.
No, there was no kind of like, everybody already loved the guy.
It was one loss outside of your division.
Like him, even with Poirier, this guy just got knocked out, and people are still just like, they want to see him even more.
And that's the thing is, here's a list of people that have beat him. Oh wait, no, his last win wasn't Eddie Alvarez. It was Cowboy Cerrone.
Wasn't it Cowboy? Yeah.
Yeah. So he lost the boxing match to.
A while ago too. He needs to. I mean, that was all. I don't even count.
Lost the boxing.
That was
match.
all.
Lost
that
to
was
Habib.
all just for money. I mean, good for the guy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how much fucking money he was paid for that fight. Like that's exactly what promoting yourself, and talking shit gets you.
Yeah, so he's 1-3 out of the last 4.
You promote yourself into $100 million fight. Jesus.
Yeah, I looked up earlier. It says he's worth over $110 million.
Oh yeah, dude. The Mayweather fight, he got close to $100 million.
Which means UFC ain't paying him shit. He's worth 110 million.
No, you know Dana. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Damn. Yeah, damn. Not because they're not, and that's the thing. Dana had to beg Conor to come back. Like after that, Conor's like, "Fuck you! I have my own whiskey. I don't need to fucking step in a ring for the rest of my life."
Yeah,
and he really didn't. I mean, that's another thing you got to think about. As arrogant as he is, and I've actually come around and be like, look, you got to promote yourself. I get it, but the guy never had to fight again after he fought Mayweather. He didn't have to fight again. He doesn't have to train, work his ass off, and get punched by these high level fighters. But that's just another thing too. The loss to Poirier. That's really going to show whether McGregor really wants this still or not.
Yeah,
Let's see if McGregor really goes back and trains like he used to.
Let's skim through some MMA news, man. We'll see which ones grab us, which ones don't.
Yeah, I've just been going off in the
spitballing it. No, it's all good.
They've been good topics though, man.
Stephen Thompson calls for Kamaru Usman's next title shot. Claims he should fight someone he hasn't fought yet.
It's a good point.
That's what you would say. That's what you would say.
I mean, do you think of Thompson though? Like the guy has been literally like in the top 5 for years now, and he did lose twice to Tyron, both in heavyweight fights, in title fights.
Yeah.
So he's really got to find a way to get back there in title contention. He deserves it. I mean, Pettis clipped him. All right. Pettis caught him with a good shot.
Yeah.
But other than that, Steven, he's been perfect. Other than the Tyron Woodley fights. Now that's the question though. He could sell the fight. He's talented enough to compete in the fight. But can he stop the takedown? Because he can outstrike Usman all day. I believe that 100%. Can he stop the clinch and the takedown? Because that's what he struggled with Woodley. And Woodley, that was back when Woodley was hitting like Mike Tyson. But so I mean, it's a little biased because I'm a huge fan of Thompson, but I would like to see that fight. I want to see Thompson get another crack at it. Thompson completely outclassed Masvidal. You saw Masvidal hang in there with Usman, so I don't know. MMA math has never added up, but
yo. I'm sorry. I was only half. No. I'm sorry.
I can see you're on something.
They were asking us in the chat. I didn't want to say anything, in case it turned up dry. But Crown Royal and Devin hunted down a video. Not only did Logan Paul spar with Paulo Costa, apparently he got knocked out in a sparring match. Now, I'm trying to watch it here to see if it looks
Paulo
staged.
knocked out Logan or Logan knocked out Paulo?
No, Paulo knocks out Logan.
I think I saw that before, and I think it is staged.
Yeah, I mean, that's my initial gut.
I think it was because I remember this. It happened a little while ago, but I think they staged it basically to like hype Logan up for one of his.
Yeah, so I mean,
before.
There's a lot of cut shoots. It's shot very dramatically, like professionally.
Exactly.
And, Logan's taunting Paulo Costa. So right there, that alone tells me you guys are already doing something agreed on.
They might as well have been doing a TikTok.
You're not sparring with Paulo Costa and taunting this man in the ring. Like, no.
No, they might as well have been doing a TikTok or a YouTube video.
Yeah.
One of those dramatic, like, oh my God, YouTube videos. No, it's.
Let me see.
I refuse to believe it's real.
All right, I just want to hear the sound effect because usually, you can, if you've watched fighting long enough, you can hear a solid hit. So let me turn the volume up.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go ahead and let the stream see this. You know what? Here, if you want to see it, Kurt, on your end, I don't know if you have anything. You said your phone's dead.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. I was gonna say I'll send you the link so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. But here, I'm just gonna put it on here for our viewers. Window capture. Let me see here. I haven't done one of these in a while.
Hopefully, I've already seen the video. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
But
let's see here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit play. I have the volume turned up. I'll let you know if I can hear the hit. Oh, they got a lot of music. You can't hear nothing. Oh yeah, you don't hear nothing, and the way he falls. Yeah, that's gotta be stretched. Well, hold on, they get to him, they roll him over.
I need to watch it because I've seen a lot of them.
He's posing like he's stiff. Yeah, that's totally. He poses like he's got rigor mortis. Yeah, that's staged as hell.
Yeah.
It looks good initially, but yeah, it's way overproduced.
See, the thing is, that's to the average eye. Like, the average eye would be like, oh my God, he's out. But like,
maybe. It may sell you.
From people like me and you, we've seen so many fights, so many knockouts, all that. Like, you can really tell.
Here, I'll let you go ahead and kind of commentate it yourself if you want to look at it on your end.
So what did you send it to me on Facebook?
Yeah, Messenger here. Kick it off right around the 30-second mark.
All right.
But yeah, so while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and watch it one more time. So it just smash cuts from them sparring like hard.
And now,
Bruce
this
Buffer
could be the future of the UFC. Will we see him in the octagon? Only time will tell. He's with Paulo Costa. This is Logan Paul, and definitely he likes to brawl. We'll see how MMA goes in his life. You never know. Look at him now. He's ready.
I mean, I'd believe it if they hadn't overproduced it quite as much. But it looks choreographed as hell.
That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. The production
Logan Paul legitimately hits him a couple times, though. You can tell Paulo Costa was like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because exactly.
I'm telling you.
Because it's Paulo Costa.
It's Paulo
Look
Costa.
at him. You guys built like a Greek god. You think fucking... No, dude.
No, Crown's like, damn, I hope it's not fake. I'm telling you, Crown, it's fake. It looks good, though. I will say that.
I haven't got your message, by the way.
It doesn't look like WWE or like pro wrestling knocked out. It looks like they tried their hardest.
You can tell they
to make it look like a legitimate knockout.
But there's several factors you got to look at because I'm not even on I can't even see us anymore. I'm looking for your video. By the way,
no, it's fine. Let me. Oh, I sent the link to Devin. My bad. I sent it to Devin.
There's so many variables about this thing that can tell you it's fake.
But yeah,
let me find it.
Like, damn, I wish like if all the sparring was done in one take, then just let me see the sparring. But it's so smash cut. Like, skip to like 25, 30 seconds. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Dude, they're at the UFC. Okay, for one, I'll stop right there because I'm 3 seconds in. They're at the UFC Performance Institute. You cannot tell me that like Logan or the Paul guy. You cannot tell me that him and his flunkies didn't go up there to like the officials at the place. They'll be like, hey man, can we shoot a video for you guys, blah blah blah, and then
Well, the Paul brothers do bring numbers
shoot
in.
a video with your guys. Exactly.
But no, they bring numbers in, so it's not like UFC's gonna snub their nose at them. Those guys do bring money in.
Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. So I'm 20 seconds in, and the thought just hit me. If Logan Paul, just a fighter with no actual fights, he's a no-name. If he knocked out, at the time, a top middleweight contender that Dana's been trying to push like a motherfucker for years, you think if he knocked him out, you think Dana would let that footage go viral? You think he would let him actually, no.
I mean, like get out regardless.
It's like if at this production value.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on who's doing the production though.
Why does this video just make me angry?
just watch the knockout.
No, I am. No, I am. I'm just.
It occurs around like 39 seconds.
I'm giving my step-by-step analysis.
Yeah.
of how much I hate it. Oh yeah, so Costa's, yeah. Oh, he's still with Bruce Buffer, you know. So there's a reason why, you know, Paul is wearing headgear and Costa isn't. It's like take your kid to work day. Wait a minute. I thought you said he knocked Paul out.
No, yeah, Logan Paul. Not Paulo Costa.
Paulo
Costa. Yeah. No, Logan Paul's the one knocked out.
Oh, okay. Well, even if he was faking, I hope he hit him hard. Anyway, no, he was still faking. That was okay. God damn it. This whole thing has been misconstrued.
You thought it was talking about Paulo Costa getting knocked out by Logan Paul?
Paulo Costa getting exactly. Yes. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
No.
Because I thought I remembered something about this video. Yeah. No, I believe it was fake. I believe he cracked him. Yeah. But I don't think he I don't know. Now my whole opinion is misconstrued about the whole thing.
You were man. The moment's ruined. The moment's ruined.
Exactly. I thought you were saying.
Okay, let's go back to this. Did you see the video that's going viral right here? This MMA trained guy knocks out this bully in some fucking bathroom at Oldboro, like Oklahoma, like some college.
Fuck Logan Paul is my main message on that last one. I haven't seen.
You haven't seen it?
Are you talking about the MMA? You talking about the MMA fighter's brother or something? It was in a bar fight or something.
No, it's a fight that takes place in a bathroom. This brawl breaks out. Here, I got an idea. I think I can share it with you. There's not going to be
that whole thing is.
I'll share the audio. Hold on.
Paulo Costa. Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm over it.
You're over it. You good?
I feel like a dummy, but anyway, yeah. just fucking keep blowing ahead. We're good.
Yeah. Here we go.
Dan Severn versus Mike Tyson.
Oh, Mike Tyson. Dan ain't gonna get a hold of him.
You don't? Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you would just bear hug Mike Tyson, just take him to the ground. Unfortunately.
Window capture. That's really weird.
Anyway.
That's really weird what happened. Yeah. Production on the show is taking a dive. Hold on.
Really?
No. It's all
God.
When I'm just trying to show you and the audience. There we go. So here's the video. This MMA trained guy fighting off some bully in a fucking bathroom. Here, where's Kurt? Hold on. I'll get you to see it too. Let's see if we can do this together.
I may have seen this before.
Here we go. Share this. All right, you should see the window now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the video.
So
he's in his face. Saying, look at me. You guys trying to ignore him.
Oh, what you got?
Get shoved, and that's it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Takes it right to him.
Oh, shit, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, shit, young blood. Oh, shit. Hey,
yeah, this is the one I was talking about. It's at a bar.
Nobody coming back.
Yeah, the guy had to have a reconstructive surgery on his eye.
Kudos to the fucker in the back who's still just taking a piss in the stall. You can see his feet. Just ignoring all of this going on out here.
You know, this is a guy that's been to the bar a few times.
Yeah.
That's just funny,
Look, guy doesn't even spill his drink. Just stepped over it.
Yeah. And then here's the crescendo right here. This German suplex into the damn wall. Boom!
Oh,
good night.
Shit. Y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, that guy. Oh man. Bro. Yeah, apparently that guy that got suplexed, they had to have like reconstructive surgery on his eye. Like he almost lost his eye.
Oh, you think so?
I know. I read about it.
It turns out.
Yeah, this fight, it was at a bar or something, and the guy was like a brother of an MMA fighter or something like that.
Yeah.
And the fighter himself, they were like asking him about it, like he spoke out about it.
Jones had to have his left orbital bone reconstructed in a 4-hour surgery after taking several punches to the face in the altercation. I bet that was the first punch. That first punch is solid. That guy throws.
Fucking 4-piece chicken dinner on that one.
Oh,
Must
yeah,
have been
yeah.
Proud.
He said he was trying to de-escalate it, but unfortunately it was not de-escalated.
It didn't really look like it.
Yeah.
You got to keep your space, man. The old like chest to chest, nose to nose. Like, what are you gonna do? That's overrated. That's stupid. Keep some distance between potential opponents.
Yeah.
Don't be a dummy.
I guess the fighter his name is Brown, was quoted saying, "We are not wrestlers at any university. We have been wrestling since we were in diapers and MMA cage fighters since we were 12." Brown wrote. Said, "They gave us no options, unfortunately. We showed restraint." Yeah, beat their asses is what you did.
I mean, it did look like the other guys were being a little aggro.
Yeah.
It looked like they were being, because he was taller too. It looked like he was like, "Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, are you going to beat my ass?" And that is exactly what they did.
I like that.
That just goes to prove, like, you never know who you're fucking with, dude.
I'm telling you. King of Twitter, Ben Askren, tweeted out. He's like, "Funny story, that wasn't me in that bar fight."
King of Twitter.
Yeah, dude, Ben Askren's awesome on Twitter, man.
He's a good personality. You know, he always has been good at promotion, you know.
Yeah.
But he could have had me fooled, because it looked like Ben Askren just beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, it definitely did.
You know what's funny is you see all these videos of like actual MMA fighters beating the shit out of these, you know, like regular dudes, and they always all look like that. They always just look like these regular dudes, like, you know, like Ben Askren with curly hair. You would never think this guy knows how to kill you in like 7 different ways.
Just gotta be
But
excuse me.
Said, you never know, dude. You never know who
you gotta be self-aware, man. You can't be out there. You can't be starting shit.
Yeah, you can't be out there just talking shit to everybody, thinking you're hot shit, you know?
All right, let's go ahead and close the show with our predictions and figure out what the hell we're going to do for the punishment. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights yet again on the main card. That's all we're going to do predictions for. Once again, Kurt, we're going to do points. We're going to go ahead and select points. The way this works is 6 fights, so you can apply points 1 through 6 one time. And then whoever has the most confidence points at the end wins. What are confidence points, I hear you ask? You give the most points to the fighters you are the most confident in, and the least amount of points in the fighters you are least confident in. Kurt,
how well did that work last week?
Oh man, I'm telling you, we have to figure out what we're gonna do. Do you want to decide what we're gonna do? I'm
still thinking about it. I have no idea. I mean, the first one was already bad enough. But like,
so we already have
loser also has to change their profile picture to the helmet catch.
No. That's part of the standing Eli Manning. Is you
so we can't just double down on, like, you know.
No, your social media is already love for the man. How about this? Loser just buys the winner dinner as well.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
No. Damn, actually, if I did my predictions right, I could get a good dinner. Actually, you may be onto something, dude. I could go for a good steak.
All right.
I think, for one, it has to be hard on the Giants. I'm talking about like sharing a picture of the helmet catch.
That's the social media part, though.
Hashtag greatest catch in history. But bro, you don't know. I live in New England, dude. I live in Maine. Like, that's bad for me. People will agree with you in North Carolina. People will probably praise you.
It doesn't mean my social media is just followed by North Carolinians.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you have us already standing. Eli. Okay. How about this? We just double or nothing. You have to double down. Not only do you stand Eli, you trash talk the Pats.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not just praising the enemy.
And bro, all right, look,
you gotta condemn the
sound sincere. Like,
yeah, no, you can't do this. When someone comments like, "What the hell, man?" You gotta double down. You'd be like, "No, man, you don't know what you're talking about," and you have to double down your affliction.
Like just like straight up like fanboy, give up on the Pats, Tampa Bay all the way.
You gotta hate on the Pats.
Even though you've been on Tampa Bay a little bit, but no, you have to be like no, I'm done with the Pats.
Yeah, you have to condemn the Pats while you embrace Eli
and Bill Belichick.
Yep.
Trash Bill.
Trash Bill and the Pats.
Right, that's
Praise.
it. All right, I'm not going any fucking further, dude. That's enough. For what? So we got to be on the Oway, Eli, and Giants is nuts.
Yes,
trash talk
while talking trash against the Patriots
and condemn the past year Patriots. They're nothing without Tom. Hashtag Tampa Bay. Fuck, I don't want to do hashtag Tampa. All right.
Anyways, first fight of the evening, Alex Caceres. You have 1 through 6, Kurt, for your points. Caceres takes on Kevin Kroom.
Alex with a 3. Strong 3.
I'm going to do Alex for 4.
Oh, you bitch. It's like, what are we on the Price is Right? We're like, I like to bet 200 on the bid, Bill. On bid, Drew. We go, what did the last guy bet? That'll be 200. I'll do 201. It's like, you motherfucker.
Well, that just means that, I've used up my 4-point value. You've used up your 3. You just,
Yeah.
Angela Hill taking on Ashley Yoder.
Hill all day.
Okay.
All day with the 2.
2. Wow. Okay.
Nope. I'm saving a lot.
All right. I'm going to do Hill for 5.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, how am I? All right. So 2 and a 3. I'll get.
Okay.
Pedro Munoz with a 4.
Pedro for 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Rivera for 2.
Yeah, Jimmy's his time's coming up, and he hasn't looked good in his past few fights. I will say that.
I said Jimmy for 2.
This next fight in the women's flyweight, I've only seen Montana.
Yeah.
But never seen this other chick, so I'm gonna go with 1. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm doing Silva for 1. You said Kurt. Who you doing?
Montana De La Rosa.
Okay, Rosa for 1. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know much about these. Krylov versus Ankalov. I don't know, dude. I just
no, you were close.
All these guys.
Magomed. No, you're right. You were close. Magomed Ankalaev. God, Ankalaev.
Who you got?
Ankalaev, rather. Magomed with 5.
Okay. All right, Magomed for 5. You said.
Oh yeah.
All right. I've already used my 5. Did I even use my 6 yet? No, I haven't. I should only have 1 point value left, right? Because we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th one. Yeah, I'm going with the same guy. What have I not used? I've used 1, 2, okay, 3. I have it for 3 because I have all my confidence points in Rosenstrike. All my confidence points in the main event again. And I assume that's the same for you. Or unless you're going with Cyril.
I'm going with Cyril.
You're going with Cyril?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Magomed, I'm telling you, he's a killer.
Dude, Rosenstrike is a difficult name to freaking spell. Good God.
It's spelled like Yair and then Zinho.
So there's no way we're tying this time. You and I both have 6 on the main event with different people.
Yep.
So you got Gagne for 6. Okay, one of us.
Get your production right on the VR. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I'll fix it. I'll work on that with the VR. I know that was crap last time. We'll figure out a backup.
Unfortunately, it was good the first time.
Next time I'll just bite the bullet and just completely restart the VR. That was the only thing I didn't try. Was I never shut the VR all the way off and restarted it. But anyways, you guys, thank you very much for joining us on this episode.
Yet again.
Hammers Lounge, episode 11, Double or Nothing. Tune in next week, next Tuesday, to find out who wins. Unless you kept track and you watched UFC this week, then you'll obviously know. And one of us is definitely going to have a bad time next week. Easily a worse punishment than drinking hot sauce on air. A week.
That did kind of suck, but I'd much rather drink another shot of hot sauce.
Dude, I would eat a Carolina Reaper before having to do the social media. Yeah.
Social media is so much more relentless. Like, that doesn't just go away with some milk and time.
No, man. We're going to be condemned, at least on Facebook. Does anybody else use Facebook still? I don't know. Maybe we're just old.
I know, right?
Once again, hey, listen, head over to YouTube. Look up Hammers Lounge. Please subscribe. Hit that like, subscribe, and share bell, or notifications bell. If you're on Twitch, we Twitch stream live every Tuesday, roughly between 9 and 9:30. We kick the show off. Make sure to like and hit that notification bell. It's twitch.tv/The Kai Tai Show. But until next time, y'all all have a good one.
Take it easy, guys. We'll see you next time.
This was a really bad outro, man. We throw it back? Throw it back? How about you? No, you know what? Wait, I take that back. Look, man, you got a buzz. Kurt, you sign us off.
Again? We'll do another one?
Sign us off.
We'll use take 2? All right.
Take 2.
Well, fucking next week, guys. I mean, you like the Pats. Well, apparently one of us won't. We're going to talk a lot of shit. We'll talk a lot of shit. Like he said before, we'll be here every fucking Tuesday, man. We'll have a good time. See you next week.
See you, folks.
That was even worse.
No, that was good. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the answer to the jiu-jitsu.
Just turned, made eye contact, and I got nervous. I legitimately. Perfect.
I'm coming for you. You better be ready.